So you're playing the Diablo 4 beta, you're having a great time, and you finish the story that we're allowed to do, and you're kind of sat there at level 18 thinking, I kind of want more. And like my main flayed man, I agree with you, so welcome. I can't deal with this side quest with endless blood spouting. Anyway, I want to bring you then the best way to get to level 25 as fast and as easy as possible in the beta weekend, and of course progress carries over to next weekend too, where it's open to everyone. So getting in those levels now not only lets you not have to fight the queue again next weekend when we get another massive flood of people, but it's also, if you are watching this next weekend instead of this weekend, will help you get to level 25 despite the massive flood of people. So, it works both ways. So before we get into how to get to the level cap currently of 25 as easily and quickly as possible, you might be thinking, well, why do I even want to? Well, the thing is, there's two chief reasons. The first being that if you reach level 20 in either of the weekends, while progress doesn't carry on to the big main game, there is a way to get a reward that will do, and that is by getting to level 20. If you do that, once we actually get into proper, real Diablo 4 later on, you will get yourself a bunch of neat goodies. Namely, a couple titles and the beta wolf pack, which will set you apart compared to everyone who didn't play the open beta, so that's nice. To me though, the much more exciting reason to push on up past the level you kind of naturally end up when you finish the current story is to be able to try your ultimate abilities. They need you to get to almost level 25 itself to have enough skill points to actually get to and unlock them, and they are the big deal for your class. They're the most powerful, the flashiest, and in my opinion the most fun. So actually experimenting with them and seeing if you like them is going to be quite important for your actual choice come the full game, so that means a bit of grinding to be doing, though not all of it really does need to be grinding. So let's get this show on the road then. Basic tips. Go through the main story, of course, and while doing so, do every side quest that you come across. That's easy enough. They are worth a bundle of experience, and they will help a lot. Also, kill everything that you walk past. Don't go out your way to grind random enemies, but do kill the ones that actually bump into you or you bump into them. So kill everything in the dungeon path. When moving through the open world, kill the stuff that, again, you literally would otherwise have to walk through, but don't go out your way to kill things. Mob XP is significant enough that you really don't want to be skipping stuff, but it's not big enough of a deal to deliberately go out your way and start old school hard grinding. Past that then, we get to the more specifics. First and foremost, if you play multiplayer, you do actually get more experience for doing so. So if you are in a friend group and you do just want to power level the 3 classes to a high level to get everything, to check everything out, if you do it in a group, you'll have a much quicker time. Though, that said, you get this bonus XP for being near any player, not necessarily one that's in your party. The bonus is just greater if they're also in your party. 5% for just generally helping out some random stranger, and then an extra 10% experience if that stranger happens to not be a stranger and be in your party. So that's definitely worth keeping in mind. Then, after that, we can largely ignore a lot of the dungeons. Any of them that unlock a passive that you genuinely want for your class, of course feel free to do, and then any that need doing for a side quest, of course do them. They will contribute enough experience in that case, but they take a long time, and you can get more experience faster elsewhere. And now is when we get into the specifics, the silver bullet, the secret sauce to leveling up right proper quick. The first of which you can do as soon as you finish the story at whatever level you are, and you should be doing this while exploring and while doing the story and side quests for any you come across, is joining in those lovely orange circle events that you'll walk past and spot on your map. Having to kill enemies, do a little task, stand in a circle, etc. Other players can help you, and they reward a good chunk of experience and some good loot too, which is really nice. And you can very much level very quickly by just randomly walking around, bumping into them, and doing each one that you come across. There is nothing wrong with that. However, the single best way to level up with toot sweet speed is strongholds. These are areas of the map that are taken over by enemies, and once you clear them, you will unlock that area as something different. In the case of this open beta, in our available areas, there are 3 of them. 2 of them will turn into villages that you can use all their facilities of once you have beaten the challenge in the zone. It's usually quite challenging, and one of them will lead to something very special. But first, the 2. They are located here. Over in the east, with Malnock, this becomes a village. You might bump into this one with side quests, but if you don't know that it is here, the experience you get from just clearing the area of enemies is massive, and then a big bonus that's almost like half a level for finishing it. You'll also have one over at the southwest, which is here. This one actually has a waypoint in it, and this is Nostrava. It also has a dungeon in it too, and a good old Altar of Lilith. So once you have beaten these 2 areas, you'll be looking good, though I would recommend holding out on doing these 2 and do the one that's north first, which is this, Core Dragan. It requires a little bit more from you. It's probably the hardest single thing there is to do in the open beta outside of the world boss, and it's for a good reason, because once you beat it, this does not turn into an area of a village. No, what this does is turn into an area with an event that will happen on a timer. This event is a massive rush of difficult enemies, 3 money bosses, then a final big boss, loads of players get involved, and it is worth an absolute truck ton of experience, and it's the single best way to level up, but it's not even close. Just move around with the crowd, blowing everything up, mowing everything down. Just this one event almost did level 24 to 25 by itself for me. It was about 95% of the level. And the thing is, it gets even better, and here's the reason why I recommend you do this one first. Because when the event's not on, there is a fire lovely located here, and you can interact with the fire and get a stacking buff that goes up to 15 times that makes you gain extra experience from the enemies that you slay. And it lasts ages. So if you get 15 stacks of this buff, and then while under the buff go clear out the other 2 strongholds, well, you're going to be absolutely flying your way to level 25. That is the way to go. Strongholds really are key. And the good thing about strongholds is they do let you power your region progress, which is also very important here. As you complete the various activities around the place, you will get Renown, and then you can claim bonuses, gold, skill points, potion charges, and of course delicious XP. The skill points also very much useful to get at those ultimates, and the strongholds are worth 100 each, majorly more than anything else, so just clearing the 3 will get you well on your way, and it all ties up lovely and nice. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Finish the main story while doing side quests and orange events along the way, killing enemies that you come across but don't go out your way, and then do the strongholds in the order of the north one first, get the stacking buff from the fire, clear the other 2, and then participate in the north stronghold event as often as possible, and it really will not be long until you hit that cap and can try another character or leave it for now. And for now, like if you have enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more, consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. is, goodbye.